Hello children, welcome to another session of EVS class of grade 4. So this class you are going to learn block 10 science functions of leaves. So the aim of this class is understand the functions of leaves and importance of photosynthesis and transpiration. Keywords you are going to learn are starch, iodine solution, photosynthesis, chlorophyll, transpiration, stomata, and microscope. So tell me which part of the plant will make its food? Which part? Yes, the leaves of a plant will make food. So how can we find out that if leaves make food or not? Yes. So for finding out that, we can carry out the starch test. We can find out using a starch test to find out if leaves make food or not. Plants make food in the form of starch. Okay. So when we put iodine solution on a thing that has starch, it will turn blue black. Its color will change to blue black. So leaves is making starch, which is the food of the plants. So if I am putting iodine solution to the leaves, it will turns blue black. So we will observe an experiment to find out what a plant needs to make its food. So for doing this experiment, you have to take two leaves and you can name it leaf A and leaf B, and one of this leaf you have to keep cover using a black paper, and another leaf you can keep like that, and after 1 week only you have to do this experiment. Hmm? After 1 week you are taking the leaf which you kept it in the black covered that paper and the normal leaf, then you have to do this particular experiment. So how will you do that? Yes. So here I shown in some two leaves and put the leaves in a hot water. So here this is the first figure. You have to put the leaves in this hot water kept in the kettle for a minute. And next you have to remove and dip each leaf in this spirit. And then you have to allow the leaves to cool down. Then you have to drop 4 drops of iodine solution. After washing, you have to drop 4 drops of iodine solution on each leaf and see, is there any change in color happening or not. So you will be observing that one of the leaf which you didn't covered, that will be turning blue black, while the other leaf which you covered with the black paper, that will not change its color. So the black paper did not allow the sunlight to reach that particular leaf. Therefore, it was not able to make any food. So this experiment is showing that plants need sunlight to make food in leaves, and plants need air and water too to make food. Suppose a plant is kept in a closed jar. Yes, definitely it will not be able to make food and it will not survive. So the plant kept in a closed jar will not survive without air and water. So what do you think? Which plant will grow faster if a plant is kept in a dim light room or a plant kept in the sunlight? Which one will grow faster? Yes, definitely. The plant kept in the sunlight will grow faster. The dim light will not be sufficient for the plant to make enough food. So what are the things that plants need? Food in leaves? Yes, plants need water, air and sunlight to make food. So the process by which leaves make food is known as photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis and what do plants need for photosynthesis? So that we are going to see. So photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their food. So plants need sunlight, air, water and chlorophyll for photosynthesis. Food and oxygen are formed during photosynthesis. Then what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green substance found in leaves and make them look green. And plants take in carbon dioxide from the air to make the food. So chlorophyll is required, air is required, water is required, also sunlight. And during photosynthesis, this chlorophyll present in the leaves absorb the sunlight. This in turn makes the water and carbon dioxide to form food and oxygen. So food is then transported to all parts of a plant and oxygen is given out in the air. So the extra food that is stored in the form of starch in leaves and other plant parts. So now you understood what is photosynthesis and how it is happening, right? So photosynthesis is the process by which the green leaves plant making food using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. This is what is the idea now you are having. And oxygen is also formed during this process, right? Now we can see further what are the importance of photosynthesis in detail. So photosynthesis helps plants to make their food. Animals and humans depend on plants for food, right? So plants also give out oxygen during photosynthesis. So animals and humans breathe in this oxygen to live. And how do these plants help to maintain a balance of carbon dioxide in the air? Is plants taking any role? Yes. See, a lot of carbon dioxide is released in air from vehicles and burning of fuels. Even living beings breathe out carbon dioxide. So too much of carbon dioxide in the air will cause pollution. So plants take in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and helps to reduce its level in the air. Now coming to the last point, that is about transpiration. So suppose, tell me, how will a plant will look fresh or dry if we are don't water it for 2-3 days? Yes, of course, the plants become dry if we do not water them often, right? And plants do not use all the water for photosynthesis. That is another thing here you are going to learn. Plants need water for doing this photosynthesis, but all the water is not required. Some of it is given out by plants. So that is called transpiration. So leaves of plant, they will remove the excess water which is having. So this process is called transpiration. So leaves have tiny holes on them. That is called stomata, and that help them to remove this extra water. So this extra water is removed through the tiny holes called stomata. So we can see these holes if we keep a leaf under microscope. So the transpiration that takes place in every plant that grows on land. And we cannot see this because the heat of sun evaporates the water on leaves. So is this transpiration is important for plants or not? Yes. because transpiration helps to keep these plants cool. So plants transpire more on a hot sunny day as compared to a cool day. So this process is similar to sweating. Like humans sweat more on hot day to this importance of photosynthesis and how the leaves making food. And in the beginning we see how using one experiment we find out whether all the leaves are making food or not. So I hope you understood all these things. So I will come with another video in my next class. Thank you.